Ali, and welcome back. Thank you for joining us on day 2 for today's updates of the 2025 Pacific Mini Games. We bring you the latest actions and highlights from Koror, Palau, where the competitions are in full swing, showcasing exceptional talent and intense competitions.
I couldn't agree more, Olgari. Today started off with a scorching heat in the morning and ended with pouring rain in the afternoon, but despite the weather, the show must go on. So stay tuned as we head into the courts and fields and the gyms, keeping up with the athletes as they compete for medals with pride.
Absolutely, and we also had a spectacular interview coming up and of course your daily dose of medal tally.
It's truly exciting. There's going to be some friendly rivalry now among us Pacific brothers and sisters as the Pacific Mini Games continue to unfold. So now let's take a look at the current medal standings. Entering day 2 of the games, Tahiti continues to maintain a strong and convincing lead with a total of 21 medals with 12 gold, 7 silver, and 2 bronze. The Marshall Islands with a total count of 4 medals, and that's including 3 gold and 1 silver. Samoa also with 4 medals, with 3 gold and 1 bronze. The Northern Mariana Islands with a total count of 6 medals, including 2 gold, 1 silver, and 3 bronze. New Caledonia with 6 medals, 2 gold and 4 bronze. The Cook Islands with 4 medals, 1 gold, 2 silver, 1 bronze. Palau with 4 medals, 1 gold, 2 silver, 1 bronze. Fiji with a count of 8 medals, that's 4 silver, 4 bronze. American Samoa with a total of 5 medals, that's 3 silver, 2 bronze. Papua New Guinea with 3 medals, that includes 2 silver, 1 bronze. Wallis and Futuna with 2 silver medals. The Federated States of Micronesia with 2 bronze medals. And Kiribati and Nauru with each 1 medal each in bronze.
Yesterday saw a handful of gold medals being awarded at the ramp for Va'a, at the mats for wrestling, and at the pools for swimming. Day 1 of swimming commenced yesterday with the finals taking place last night. Here's Maya Bai with a report from last night's finals.
It was a busy night at the pools last night, where a total of 10 gold, 10 silver, and 10 bronze medals were up for grabs. Tahiti came out as a strong force, winning 5 gold medals, 5 silver medals, a bronze medal, reinforcing their lead in the overall medal tally. Cook Island's current lone gold medalist also came from the pools, where Jacob Te Atimira won gold in the men's 200-meter breaststroke final.
Well, this morning I went at 2:18. That was 4 seconds over my PB, but regardless, my main objective was just to come here and win it for my country, for my family, and for myself, so just so grateful. Oh, it feels amazing. I started representing the Cook Islands in 2024, and I'm just so grateful for all the opportunities I've been given. My support crew is just so amazing, my family, they're watching at home, so I'm just so grateful to have been able to put on the Cook Islands flag and done that.
Meanwhile, Northern Mariana Islands swim star Isaiah Roger Alishenko secured 2 golds for NMI in the men's 50-meter breaststroke and the 100-meter individual medley finals.
I'm very, very honored to represent NMI, and I'm very happy to represent NMI. You know, I did compete in Palau a while back, and then very happy to come back to Palau because I think it's the best place to host the Pacific Games and stuff, because it's actually really beautiful and the people here are very nice, and I love it here and it's amazing.
Swimming continues tonight with another 8 medals up for grabs. Be sure to follow the Palau Pacific Mini Games official social media channels for the latest results. Maya Bai reporting from Palau.
It was a thrilling day on the mats at the 2025 Pacific Mini Games in Koror, where rising stars clashed in intense wrestling finals, delivering gold, glory, and unforgettable moments for their nations. Let's take a look at wrestling with reporter Taina.
It was a thrilling day of wrestling action at the 2025 Pacific Minigames in Koror, where athletes from across the region battled for gold, glory, and national pride on the mats. Palau kicked things off with a moment to remember. Local hero Raiden De'erong delivered a standout performance in the under-17 60 kg freestyle, taking on Vincent Palacios of the Northern Marianas. From the opening whistle, De'erong was in control, using explosive takedowns and fast transitions to dominate the match. He racked up 25 team rank points, securing not just a gold medal, but a huge boost for the home team's morale. At just 16, De'erong has already become a fan favorite and one to watch in the Pacific wrestling scene. Meanwhile, Tahiti's Aruahi Mulon made quick work of his opponent in the under-17 71 kg final. He faced Jordan Lamai from the Marshall Islands, and with calm focus and pinpoint technique, Mulon surged ahead to also score 25 team rank points. It was a powerful statement of Tahiti's wrestling pedigree and a well-deserved goal for the young athlete. In one of the most dramatic clashes of the day, Idor Harris Jr. went toe-to-toe with Palau's own Filimoto Kata in the under-17 92 kg freestyle. It was a true battle of strength and endurance. The crowd roared as Kata pushed hard for gold in front of a passionate home crowd. But in the end, Harris Jr.'s experience and tactical edge saw him through. Kata settled for silver, but left the mat with his head held high after a gutsy performance. The under-20 74 kg featured an all-Tahitian final between Tamatirai Herve and Vaitehau Ochenasek, and it didn't disappoint. Teammates turned rivals for a few intense minutes as both men grappled with speed and skill. Herve ultimately edged ahead, winning gold, while his opponent claimed silver, and together they added value points to Tahiti's medal haul. Samoa also stamped its authority on the mat, picking up two big wins at the under-20 division. In the 86 kg freestyle, Shane Palemia showed strength and control as he out-wrestled Latana Sopa of American Samoa. It was a steady and convincing performance that ended in goal for Palemia. Then, in the under-20 97 kg, Samoa's Ekitoa Tamaki delivered another gold medal performance, defeating Aperamo Loy of American Samoa. Tamaki was aggressive from the start, using his strength and footwork to dominate the bout and close out the session in style. In another match, Marshall Islands' Kiabin Kennedy faced off against Tahiti's Tahaki Aritai. Kennedy looked razor-sharp, maintaining control throughout the bout and executing several well-timed throws to seal the win and claim gold. It was a smart technical display from the rising star.
And if you are visiting Palau, make sure to stop by the local market at Erongul Park, located right across Palau Community College. You can't miss it. You'll likely pass by it on your way to various sporting venues around Koror. You should check out the local delicacies, artwork, entertainment from local artists. It's an experience you won't want to miss.
The market features more than 10 stalls with vendors showcasing a wide variety of local products, from traditional delicacies to handmade art pieces. Despite the rain, dedicated sellers continue to promote and sell their goods, offering visitors a taste of Palauan culture and creativity.
So we're a collective of artists, and we operate under the name Local Art Market. So we've been here at the day market for the mini games for the past couple of days. I want to say it's like 3 days.
The market, which opened this past Sunday, typically runs from morning until evening. Maria Alariat Demol, owner of Dori's Market, warmly invites visitors to explore and enjoy the local delicacies and traditional artworks on display.
It was an intense men's volleyball showdown between Palau and FSM, and the energy did not disappoint. Let's check with Moiwai on how it all played out.
A heated matchup unfolded on the court as Palau and FSM battled it out in a high-energy men's volleyball showdown filled with big hits, tough defense, and emotional moments. Supporters packed the gym and brought the noise. Every point had the crowd on their feet. FSM came out strong in the first set, but not without early pressure from Team Palau. Jump serves set the tone, and number 10 in uniform, Basho the May brought the fire with hits from the outside. FSM pushed back with power as middle blocker Charles Eichen dominated at the net with a string of powerful kills and blocks. But in the end, it was FSM's Jeremiah Eliam who closed the set with a thunderous bounce kill, giving FSM the win 25-18. Set 2 saw longer rallies and even higher defense from both teams. The momentum swung back and forth, but a tough moment came when Palau's Texon Taro fell injured. Opposite hitter Joby Amul came in as a substitute, and the team kept their focus. FSM pulled ahead 23-17, but Palau, playing with heart for their injured teammate Texon, rallied with 5 straight points to close the gap 22-23, forcing FSM to call their first timeout of the game. Despite the momentum shift, FSM held firm and took the set, putting them up 2-0. In the third set, Palau's number 5, Taitoa Rudolph, came out firing, delivering powerful jump serves and explosive kills that boosted the team's energy. Despite his strong performance, FSM stayed composed and responded point for point. Sealing the win was FSM's number 10, Eliam, once again making the final kill, closing the set 25-20 and winning the match in 3 straight sets.
The VAA competitions continue today with the V6 men's and women's and the mixed 500-meter races wrapping up the 500-meter distance event at the 2025 Pacific Mini Games. And Katie, this is actually the first Pacific Mini Games where these mixed races are being introduced. Anyhow, for the latest updates and highlights from this exciting match-up, let's go to Ngalde, who's been following the action closely on the water.
Ali, it's day 2 of the 12th Pacific Mini Games here at Palau. We are here yet again down at the Miyun's Ramp, ready to witness another amazing race between these beautiful, beautiful islands here in Palau. Today's VAA events brought pure adrenaline to the waters of the Pacific Mini Games. It was the V6 500-meter all-out sprint featuring men's, women's, and mixed divisions. Teams from across the Pacific, including Papua New Guinea, the Mariana Islands, Guam, Tahiti, Fiji, Wallis and Futuna, and the host nation, Palau, came ready to battle it out. The men's final was a breathtaking showdown. With every paddle stroke, teams fought fiercely neck to neck to the finish. In the end, Team Tahiti powered through to take gold, Wallis and Futuna claimed silver, and Team Papua New Guinea closed strongly with bronze. The women's final was just as thrilling. Stroke for stroke, the teams raced across the waves. Tahiti once again took the gold, Fiji followed for silver, and Team Palau made history, earning the bronze and their first VAA medal in 12 years.
Today we pulled it all in, and I think there's just one thing that Coach Saki said in 2022 Mini Games is empty your cup. And today I think the women and the mix, we emptied our cup out in the water and just gave it our all. Like, no adjustments made, we just gave 110% for Palau.
Day 2 of the VAA competition was nothing short of a success, packed with passion, pride, and Pacific spirit. This is your reporter, Nganday Tulap, in Palau.
Today, we had the honor of being joined on set with Mr. Alain Lazar, a retired prolific long-distance runner from New Caledonia. Mr. Lazar has won 18 gold medals in his athletic career and has the opportunity to compete on behalf of New Caledonia, both on the original Pacific competitions and the world stage. I'd love to introduce you to Mr. Alain Lazar to share his story and his experiences. So before we begin, how are you feeling?
Very well. I'm in Palau for the mini games, and I'm very happy to be here.
We're happy that you're here. This is such an honor to talk to someone who's achieved so much in the sports of athletics. So we're just gonna dive right into the interview. I'm gonna have a few questions for you just to kind of help start off the conversation. So my first question would be, what inspired you to move from competing in the Pacific to more global competitions such as the Olympics?
I started with South Pacific Games, and my result was so good that my French team in Paris say, "Oh, you have to compete for France in Olympic Games and European Championships and many international marathons in the world." Is for that I chose to have a good level.
That has to be such an honor. So how did you feel being put on that position to go represent your country?
It's each time a good occasion for every sportsman to represent his country. First, New Caledonia in South Pacific Games, because my island is New Caledonia. I'm born in New Caledonia, and my great parents born in New Caledonia. I'm a Pacific Islander first, and but I have also French people, and I compete for France in big competition.
That's amazing. That must have been such an honor. So while we're still on the subject of big competitions, I heard that you competed in the French marathon in Tokyo in the year 1984, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken. So for a competition that big, how did you prepare yourself, like mentally and physically and emotionally?
Physically, it's very hard to prepare a so hard race like Tokyo Marathon, and I run a lot of times in the week, 20 kilometers in the morning and 30 kilometers in the afternoon, in the same day. And mentally, I work with special men in New Caledonia to prepare me to just go to the race very well in mental.
Well, so on the topic of that, you've done so much in your athletics career. Out of all the races you've competed in and of all the things you've done, which achievement, like which goal you've accomplished, do you hold dear? Like which one do you cherish the most?
Only the honor to represent my country, my island, and for my family too. I have children, and I think it's for them an example of good sports and make your life very healthy.
Make your life very healthy. I love that. So you have children? You have a family? Did
Yes.
you come to Palau by yourself, or are you with your family?
No, I'm come alone, only like a tourist. I'm not in an official position. I have to come just to see the Palau because maybe it will be my last mini games to see.
Your last mini games. Then I hope this year will be a memorable one. Yes. So you came here as a tourist per se to watch the games and cheer for your team, right? New Caledonia.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to the young long-distance runners or young New Caledonian athletes for this year's games and moving on?
There is some problem in New Caledonia actually. Is for that politics problem, and is for that the delegation of New Caledonia is so small. Only 30 athletes. Before for the other games, the New Caledonian team maybe have 100 or 200 athletes. But I think it's temporarily this situation, and maybe with the time, the New Caledonian, maybe in Tahiti in 2027, we send to these games a bigger team.
A bigger team. All right, that's great. So that's your hopes for the future, yes. What hope do you have for the athletes in the runners in athletics what advice would you give them?
For the long distance, I think you have been prepared mentally very well, because it's a very hard competition, long distance like marathon or 10,000, and you have to preserve your health and to be prepared on time for the competition.
All right, that is great. I'd just like to say thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for the honor to have this interview with me. Honestly, I respect you so much in what you've accomplished, and thank you so much for coming on the show and doing this interview with us. Before we say goodbye to the camera, would you like to have any last words?
First, thank you, Kathy, for this interview. Sorry for my English, but I try to do my best, and I'm so happy to be in Palau and say to the Palau population many things good for the future.
It was a great honor to share the spotlight with a Pacific Regional Champion of long distance running. Moving on, having sports legends among us, our athletes don't have to look far for inspiration and role models. Today, our athletes are showcasing their prowess and talents in world-class facilities made possible by the support of our partner, Republic of China, Taiwan. As Palau President Surangal Whips Jr. said, this is more than just a sporting event. It's about fostering unity, which is reflected in our preparations for the Games alongside our close partners.
In the heart of the Pacific, the island nation of Palau prepares to make history. The 2025 Pacific Mini Games are coming, and Palau is ready to host with pride, purpose, and partnership. This national effort is powered by strong friendships, with generous support from the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan. Over $11 million has gone into building and upgrading sports venues across Palau. From the beach sands of Ngurmal Long Island Park to the heart of the nation's capital, Ngurulmud, these venues are more than just buildings. They are symbols of commitment, community, and collaboration. Among the key facilities are the Ngurmal Long Island Beach volleyball courts, Mayun's canoe racing pier, Mayun's softball field, and the National Swimming Pool. Wrestling and weightlifting facilities, the PHS Spiders Gymnasium, the Palau National Track and Field Complex, Nippon Asahi Baseball Field, Irai Beach Wrestling Grounds, the Malgayok Archery Field, and the Ngiwal Triathlon Course.
I, first of all, want to take this opportunity to really thank the government and the people of the Republic of China, Taiwan. When we hosted 20 years ago, Taiwan was there.
The completion of key sports facilities in preparation for 2025 Pacific Mini Games. Let me first extend my warm greetings and heartfelt congratulations to the people and the government of Palau.
Our nation, but on behalf of the organizing committee, we're very blessed because of the support by your government and your people, for the government and people of Palau.
For the athletes, we would like them to enjoy the island, experience the culture, and play the game to the best of their abilities, and to enjoy the friendships they're gonna connect with.
This is more than a game. This is Palau 2025.
And before we go, here's another look at today's medal tally. Starting at the top, we have Tahiti, 21 medals, 12 gold, 7 silver, and 2 bronze. Second is the Marshall Islands, 4 medals, 3 gold, 1 silver. Then Samoa, 4 medals, 3 gold, and 1 bronze. Got the Northern Mariana Islands with 6 medals, 2 gold, 1 silver, and 3 bronze. We got New Caledonia with 6 medals, 2 gold, and 4 bronze. The Cook Islands, 4 medals, 1 gold, 2 silver, 1 bronze. We got Palau. 4 medals, 1 gold, 2 silver, and 1 bronze. We got Fiji with 8 medals, 4 silver and 4 bronze. And we got American Samoa with 5 medals, 3 silver and 2 bronze. The Papua New Guinea, 3 total medals, 2 silver and 1 bronze. Wallis and Futuna with 2 silver. The Federated States of Micronesia with 2 bronze. And then we have Kiribati and Nauru with 1 bronze medal each.
And that wraps up today's sports highlights. We witnessed some thrilling action out on the field with teams bringing that same energy, spirit, and unity that kicked off day 1.
But just because that's a wrap for today doesn't mean we're done. Stay tuned for day 3. We'll dive into VAA finals, men's basketball, table tennis, and so much more.
And as always, stay updated with full schedules, highlights, and live coverage of the Pacific Mini Games on Facebook and YouTube.
I'm Olgarin Nirudal-sang.
And I'm Katie Villano.
And in case we missed you,
good morning,
good afternoon,
good evening,
and good night from Palau.